Every single Shib holder is now reevaluating their entire understanding of artificial intelligence and price forecasting due to a prediction that has recently shocked the crypto industry. One of the most advanced prediction models currently available, DeepSeek AI, has just dropped a bombshell that has the whole community abuzz. By the end of 2025, Shib might reach 405. It's not an error. From where we are now, we may see a 3,820% increase. Traders can't sleep at night over this subject though. Is it reasonable to expect AI to foretell Shib's largest surge ever? Neither hopeful influencers nor desperate holders are behind this arbitrary price forecast. This mind-blowing result was reached when DeepSeek AI utilized large datasets, technical indicators, fundamental analysis, market sentiment, historical patterns, ecosystem developments, and market sentiment. The AI singled out two possible outcomes: a moderate course of action aiming for 4.0's 15 and an extremely bullish one that might propel Shib to 4.0's 2. However, the timeline is the center of attention. Neither 2030 nor 2037 nor 2035 are faraway years for this. Here we are discussing the following 6 months. The confluence of factors that DeepSeek identified as catalysts adds even more explosiveness to this prediction. The AI didn't only peruse market data and disappear. It examined the meteoric rise of Shibarium, a platform that processes over 2 million transactions per day and is drawing developers at a rate never seen before. A tiny amount of Shib is burned with each transaction, leading to persistent deflationary pressure. All signs point to an acceleration of this burn rate, which the AI has determined might cause a supply shock severe enough to set in motion the type of parabolic movement that transforms little investments into enormous wealth. The intriguing part, though, begins here. Other AI systems were coming to surprisingly similar conclusions as DeepSeek was processing data and finding patterns. Although Grok pushed out the target date to 2030 while retaining his bullish outlook, ChatGPT separately projected that Shib might hit 4024 between the end of 2025 and the middle of 2026. The convergence on comparable targets by several AI systems utilizing diverse approaches and datasets is either an extraordinary coincidence or a hint that something fundamental is shifting in favor of Shib. These AI models, found an especially convincing technological configuration, has spent months accumulating strength below critical resistance levels in what market watchers term a coiling pattern. According to DeepSeek, the crucial support zone is located between 4018 and 20. Although the market as a whole has been volatile, the AI found that Shib has maintained its zone, which may indicate that institutional or whale investors are piling in. The final breakout can be extremely powerful when assets consolidate for long periods of time while fundamentals improve, and it is precisely the outcome that the AI has foretold. However, changes in ecosystems that are generally disregarded by human experts might prove to be the true game changer. However, quantification is an area where AI systems really shine. Shibarium does more than handle financial transactions. It's taking its place as a real DeFi center. Every week new protocols are released. Shibarium is the blockchain of choice for many gaming apps, and NFT marketplaces are also seeing significant growth. According to the AI's calculations, Shib, the network's principal utility token, may see demand significantly outstrip supply if the present adoption curve persists, and all signs point to it will accelerate. This is particularly true given that tokens are being removed from circulation daily by the burn mechanism. There is equal weight given to the psychological considerations. According to DeepSeek's analysis of social sentiment data, the market's perception of Shib has changed. More and more Shib is seen as a genuine ecosystem with practical applications, rather than merely another meme coin. What the AI called a perfect storm for price appreciation is created when this perception shift, together with the technological setup and basic improvements, comes together. Incredible things can happen when the three pillars of perception, technicals, and basics come together. But the AI wasn't completely naive. Several potential threats that DeepSeek detected could halt the expected rally. The schedule might be affected by regulatory crackdowns, technical difficulties with Shibarium, or a general collapse in the cryptocurrency market. As Shib nears historical resistance levels, the AI has also detected that profit-taking pressure could be substantial. Temptation to sell at break-even may generate selling barriers that hinder the ascent, especially because many holders have been underwater for months. The way the AI weighed various scenarios is what's most interesting. The modest forecast anticipates that Bitcoin would reach $120,000, which would be great news for alternative cryptocurrencies. Capital rotation and optimistic market sentiment work to Shib's advantage in this case. Has a consistent and sustainable growth rate of 4015. Things become interesting though under the really bullish scenario. The AI predicts that 402 will become more than simply possible. It will become probable if Bitcoin performs better than expected, if Shibarium use skyrockets, and if significant partnerships come to fruition. The basis of each of these forecasts is the burn mechanism. The latest numbers reveal a weekly destruction of hundreds of millions of Shib. However, with the help of AI initiatives, this might move at a breakneck pace. Potential automatic burn methods, community-driven burn events, and new burn capabilities implemented into Shibarium might eliminate trillions of tokens from circulation. The models developed by the AI demonstrate how the mathematical link between supply and demand causes even small increases in burn rate to have exponential pricing consequences when combined with rising demand. These projections have additional credibility due to institutional interest. The AI monitored the flow of funds in and out of wallets and detected trends that were in line with institutional accumulation. Rather than exchanging their Shib tokens, large addresses have been secretly hoarding them and putting them in cold storage. This kind of action usually comes before big rallies, when institutions are setting themselves up for long-term benefits rather than short-term gains. The retail sector typically follows the institutional sector when it believes in the future of an asset, providing the necessary energy for rallies to last. The AI research also indicates that Shib has an advantage in the competitive scene. Instead of depending on speculation and excitement, Shib has actually established infrastructure. Unlike other meme coins, its technological advantage is conferred by Shibarium. Both the burn mechanism and the enthusiastic community work together to keep people interested in deflationary economics. Because of these characteristics, the AI has determined that Shib will be in a special position to profit from the upcoming crypto bull run. I find the AI's methodology to be the most intriguing part of its prediction. Artificial intelligence systems evaluate data impartially, in contrast to human analysts who may be influenced by bias or emotion. Instead of relying on subjective assumptions, DeepSeek used mathematical models to examine massive amounts of data, find patterns that people could overlook, and arrive at probabilities. It is not wishful thinking or wild speculation when an AI system forecasts a 3,820% surge. The calculations are based on measurable characteristics and patterns that may be seen. Are we witnessing the largest rally in history? According to the AI's calculations, the likelihood of this happening is rising. Historically, big moves have been preceded by a setup that is created when technical patterns, fundamental improvements, ecosystem expansion, and market conditions all come together. The forces that are driving the forecast are real and measurable, regardless of whether you trust AI projections or not. If AI can decipher the crypto market's code, and if Shib holders are in for a once-in-a-lifetime rally, we may find out in the next 6 months. Leave a comment with your ideas. Can you have faith in AI forecasts? Or is this another example of algorithms making unrealistic claims? Do you intend to position yourself for the possible rally, or are you awaiting further confirmation? If you're eager to find out if AI can foretell the fate of cryptocurrency, hit that like button. Also, to stay up to date, subscribe now. Thank you for visiting Crypto World. As always, go to the moon and remain safe.